Leave voters and Tories still reject the idea of an extension of the Brexit transition period regardless of the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. Pollster Sir John Curtice has warned Prime Minister Boris Johnson. And he suggested any perception Mr Johnson was mishandling the Dominic Cummings situation was likely to undermine his authority in other areas. With the third round of talks aimed at thrashing out a post-Brexit trade deal due to begin in Brussels next week, the restrictions put in place as a result of social distancing requirements have added an extra complication. In a reply to opposition MPs, the EU's chief negotiator Michel Barnier stressed he remained open to the idea of a 2-year extension, in a clear indication the bloc is in no hurry to get things wrapped up prior to December 31. However, Sir John, Professor of Politics at the University of Strathclyde, told Express.co.uk Mr Johnson's supporters would take a dim view of any further delay. He said, "This is an area where at the moment at least the government is on stronger ground. It is true that a majority of people want the transition to be extended. It is true that if you ask people the question should we extend the transition because of coronavirus, it depends on the poll, but Leave voters end up being split. On the other hand, if you simply ask people should we extend without referring back to coronavirus etc., then the polling tends to suggest that a clear majority of Leave voters and Conservative voters think we should not extend. They are not quite as firm in that view as Remain voters are that we should extend, but Remain voters would say that anyway. So actually it would still be quite difficult for the government to delay the transition period. It's not what the public in general thinks, it's what Leave voters and Tories think." Sir John also suggested the Prime Minister's handling of the controversy surround Chief Advisor Dominic Cummings' 260-mile trip to Durham at the height of the lockdown would shape public opinion. He explained, "This is where the calculation kicks in. If Leave voters have begun to doubt the Prime Minister on Cummings, is there a risk that will undermine their evaluation of the government on Brexit?